Hey, hi, hello, how are you? And welcome to One Hope. So the big question is now like, okay, I just joined a wine company. Now, what do I do? So you will receive a series of emails from the corporate office. Read them, look at them, bookmark them. There is lots and lots of good, useful information on there, especially like how you're going to get started, your fast start. There's a whole video on fast start, what that means, and how you can earn money and incentive points and prizes along the way. And also depending on if we're in an incentive period or not, you can earn some incentives. So currently right now when I'm recording this, it is March 13th of 2024, and we are in an incentive period. So you can earn a 2-night stay at Napa and a wine tasting experience up there. So I want to get you started so you can kind of fast track yourself so you can get to earning and get to doing tastings and all that. When you log into onehopewine.com, up in the upper right-hand corner, whoops, moving my little cursor over here, up in the upper right-hand corner, I don't know why all my things are coming up here now. Stop notifications. Okay. In the upper right-hand corner, it'll either say sign in, or if you're already signed in as a cause entrepreneur, it'll say Tracy. This is also where your customers log in once your customers have an account. So you can see you'll click it. It'll tell you what your cause of choice is. It'll tell you how many reward points you have. And this is the same for your customers. The only thing that would be different for your customers account is where it says CE back office. If they're a CE, it would say this. If they're not a CE, it would have all this other information on here as well. And then it also tells down here who they're shopping with, like if it's a customer or if you were shopping with someone else, which you probably want to do because you want to shop with yourself because you can earn commission off your own sales. Another great thing before we leave the One Hope website is all the information that you need to know is on this website. This is consumer facing. So the consumers, this is what they're going to see. So look at the language, look at the information that's on here, and it will tell you exactly what it is that you need to know. Right now, currently we have a wine sale. Up here along the top, it'll give you all your options for shopping. Explore your website. That's something that you should do first too, before you even kind of dive into anything else. If you haven't been a customer already, definitely look at the website. This gives you all the information on hosting and fundraising. And this is the consumer information. So this is what the consumers will see and what you will see, and frequently asked questions. So go here. Whoops, this little pop-up comes up. Join. This is where you went to join the Cause Entrepreneur program. Visit. This is all the information on the winery. And then Wine Club is all the information on our wine club. One really good thing about our wine club is that it's a create your own wine club. So it's not the same, curated six-pack that everybody else is going to get. You can create your own. There are a couple like sets that you can choose from. It's always good to have people join the wine club. Each additional shipment of the wine club, they receive different benefits, which you will see when you scroll down here, how it works. Selecting your wines, you can build your own bundle, recommended bundle. The first wine club, there is a $20 fee to join. And then after that, anything $99 or more is going to be shipped to them for free. Second wine club, they get a free bottle of Paso Robles Cabernet. Third wine club, which this is the key, the third wine club is they get a $200 voucher for tasting at the One Hope Winery in Napa. And then the fourth wine club shipment, they would receive a bottle of iconic wine or a bottle of one of our Estate 8 wines, which is $100 plus in value. So it really pays to be a wine club member. Even ourselves as CEs. I'm a wine club member and I love it. Last month, in the month of February, the majority of my PCV and earning 2 free wine kits, host kits, came from wine club members and their wine club orders. So explore your website, check that all out. We're going to go back over here to where our name is. So you're going to go back into your CE back office. This is where you're going to do kind of like all your work, basically. And your work can be as simple as you want it to be or as complicated as you want it to be. And by complicated, I mean you can have a whole bunch of events going on at once. You could have 1, 2, or 3. You figure out what you want to work for your schedule. There's some people who join One Hope that they just want to have buy wine from themselves. So if you're one of those people too, you can do that, not a problem. I always suggest buying wine through an event, because when you do an event, and I'll show you the events right here. We'll go into that tab actually. Under the events, you will see these are the events that I have open right now. When you do an event, 10% will go back to your designated cause of choice, whatever you choose for that event, which can be different than your cause of choice as a CE. Also, you will receive host kit credit. So whoever's the host of that event will receive 10% in rewards of the purchases. So if this party is up to, right now this one's at $212, when it gets to $500 in sales, the host, Lena, will receive 10% of that. So if it gets to $50, she gets, or $500, she gets $50. If it gets to $1,000, she gets $100 in rewards. So that's super fun to do and to keep in mind when you are hosting. You can be the own host, like you can see I'm my own host of this. Well, Amy, I'm actually going to change this to Amy as soon as we go to her event next week, but it will be under Amy's, and you can see all the different fundraisers that I have open right now too. So to create an event, you go into the upper right-hand corner, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but here's a few nuances. So fundraiser details, will there be wine? Yes or no? If you say yes, then you're eligible to receive that event kit credit if this closes. Or actually you'll receive host rewards. Event kit credits are now, if you have $1,000 in sales in the month, you can receive 2 event kits. It's at $500. You get one at $500 and another one at $1,000, and it maxes out at 2. So you want to get $1,000 in sales in a month, because then you get 2 free event kits that then you can use to pay it forward and give, say, hey, you want to host a wine tasting? I've already got the wine, like, let's do this. So when you're doing it, whether it's in person or virtual, you can do yes, there's going to be wine. Who is hosting? A contact, a nonprofit, or I am. For the sake of this, I'm just going to say I am. What are we fundraising for? Just to make this easy, let's go to, I'm just going to type in the first one that comes up. Lady Panthers. I don't know who that is, but this is my test one, so you can change this at a later date. Customize your event title. I will show you that, and I'm just going to say this is my test event. Delete later. A key for wine tastings too is that when they're in person, then you can order a host kit. If it's virtual, you don't get the option to order a host kit. So you can say it's in person, and you do have to put in a location. So I'm just putting in a random address. The event date. I like to put this event date. It can be the actual event date. No, with an in-person event, the default on the system is going to close 8 days after the event date. Because typically when you're doing an in-person event or a fundraising event, you want to capture those orders right then and there. So you can set your events up for, a month or 2 in advance. If you have one that's coming up, you can do that. People can start pre-ordering on that event link if you want. That's totally fine. Just know that you only have 8 days after that event date to have your host or hostess wrap up all the orders so they can get that in and close the party. So we're going to put this one in as, we're going to say March 30th. Event time, we're just going to say it's at noon. If you want to set a donation goal, you can, and then you can see that on the event page. And then a message from your host, you can say something in here like, oh, we are, fundraising for cheer team. Check memo. This field is for when the check is actually sent to the nonprofit. So donations work after you close an event. If you close it on by a certain time in, like, let's say the month of March. If you close it in March, a check is typically sent in April. About April 10th or 11th, the checks get run and then sent to the nonprofit. So there's no note or anything that goes with the checks. Don't ask me why, I don't know why, but there's not. So it's good to write on the check memo and say, wine tasting, Tracy Cox. So then maybe they have that donor in their database, or they know what that's about. And then, or, you could say Tracy Cox's wine tasting. If you want to show the recent supporters on the webpage, you can do that. If you don't want to, you can hide that too, depending on what the webpage is or what the event is. Sometimes people like their name on there, sometimes they don't. That's totally up to you. Then you can click next. If you want to customize a picture for your fundraiser photo, you can definitely do that, and you just upload it here. Sometimes I put the what do you call it, the logo for whatever cause it is that we're fundraising for, or the school, or whoever it may be. Now, when you get to the wine details, because I said I needed wine for this event, it's letting me know that I have 2 free event kit credits available that I just earned. So I can use an available credit, or I can say no, or I can say I don't need wine. So I'm just going to say no right now, that I don't need this. This doesn't mean that you can't go back and say, yes, you want to use a credit. You can, I think, go back in here to do that. Also, if you want to use a credit, you can see how many credits you need to use. I always like to use the 1 credit or the 2 credit here, because that makes perfect sense. Typically for a wine tasting, it's 6 bottles of wine. If your host or hostess wants to have other wine to drink there, because maybe they've already tried One Hope and they know they love the Chardonnay, like a Chardonnay and a Cabernet are kind of like the go-tos. And maybe that's what they want to serve by the bottle or by the glass, while everybody else is tasting some other wines that they have. Then they can use the event link in order to purchase more wine, instead of getting like 12 bottles of wine, if that makes sense. Because then when they purchase wine through their link for anything, then that gives back to the fundraiser. Any customer also gets personal wine rewards when they order wine. Plus it counts towards the host rewards. Plus you make commission on it when they order through the link. So we're just going to say it's a 6 bottles. Tasting is free, and I'm going to book of it. And actually on this one, I'm going to say I don't need wine, because I don't want to use any of my wine credits right now, because this is my test one. So I'm going to say, no, I don't need wine. But you can still, maybe I don't want to use my available credit, but I can still buy wine, and you can offer wine to your hosts for $49 plus $20 shipping. So it's like $69 for 6 bottles of wine, which is pretty good. And then you can book the event. Once you have your event booked, it'll bring you to the event page. So you can see up here, it says events, manage events. When I went in, if I would have clicked on events, this is where I would have gotten my information from. This URL is what you'll share. This will actually change, just so you know. It starts out with this really long number, but it ends up going to a shorter event ID. Let's see if I refresh this page, if it does that. I don't know why it gives us this long one at first, because it will switch to a shorter one. It's normally like a 5 or 6 digit code at the end, because then you can just type in onehopewine.com/event/ and then the event ID number. Let me see if it says it when we copy the URL. We'll go up to a different tab. And if it doesn't, then you might have to just wait and go back into it. But what happens right now too, oh, it's not, it's still giving that long one. Okay. What happens right now too is, if you are the host, and I recommend you set up your first event as you as the host, maybe use a different email address than what is linked to your CE wine or your CE Cause Entrepreneur program one. So then you can see what the email is that goes to your actual host. Because a lot of us won't always be the host, we'll be sending the information. And in that email, it'll say, hey, so-and-so, here's your information. You can start collecting orders. Here's the information for your wine tasting, etc. If you need to change anything, you can go back in here and change the wine details, anything where there's a little pencil, you can go back and edit. Or it's now close enough time for the wine tasting to order the wines. So I typically don't like to order my wines in more than maybe a week and a half or so before the event, depending on where you are in the country. It takes 3 to 4 days to get your wine. I say 3 to 4 just to be safe, because you never know what happens with FedEx. You don't know what Mother Nature is doing. So give yourself that extra time. Definitely 3 days. Plus, remember, it is alcohol. People do need to be home and they need to sign for it or have it shipped to their office. A lot of times I'll have the wine, my host wine, just shipped to me, because that way too, if they're not paying for it and I'm using one of my free kits, if for some reason they cancel on me, then that wine's not just sitting there at their house and they don't think that they get to drink this wine for free, because that's happened before too. They're like, oh, well, you sent me this kit, so I'm never going to reschedule. I'm just going to drink this wine. That's no bueno. So just have them. I always like to have my host kits just sent to me, and I'd like to bring the wine unless I know for sure like my host is really hosting, because things happen. And you can see the event order. So when this starts to populate, you'll start to see all this information populated in here. Now, you're going to hear the term qualified event. A qualified event is an event that has reached $500 in sales, and there's 3 unique orders. So even if one order is $500 in sales, that doesn't qualify as the event. There still needs to be 2 more orders on it of any size that can be on there as well. And then, so 3 unique orders and $500 minimum in retail sales. And that is a qualified event. And you need to know that, because that helps you track Fast Start. It also helps you track some incentives when we do incentive programs, like right now at the Heart of Napa. When you close a qualified event, you get 100 points. So, there's different ways you can strategize that. I mean, you could do 15, $500 events, and that would, it's 100 points each one, and 15 equals 1,500. So then you would earn that trip to Napa. You could do it that way. We'll also go into that tracker so you can see that whole Napa tracker and how to get there too. You can add people to your team, get people to Rockstar, get people to their level 1. So many different ways to earn. You'll also see down here host rewards. So whoever the host is for this event, right now we're not qualified because there's no sales and there's no reward points, but then it would be redeemable by this person. So make sure before you close an event that if for some reason you would put your name in here to host the event kind of as a placeholder, that you go back and change the host up here. So then that way you can make sure that the host gets the host rewards for having that event, because the hosts do put in, a lot of time and effort to inviting their friends and stuff. So it's a good reward for them. I'll actually show you that. Well, I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to do it on Amy's though too. So you can see this information. This is not where I live. This is some random email address I put on here, but this is all the information that we just put in. Event details. You can go in here and change the information for the host and everything. Who the nonprofit is. You can see that information, the charity details. If you want to change any of that, click the pencil. And then once you start receiving event orders, you can see event orders. If you have no orders, you can start a new order. What I really like to do when I'm collecting orders is whether I'm at the event or if I'm processing them when I get home, because in your join kit, you will get order forms. I like to just go into the event page. I like to copy the URL. I like to go up into an incognito window. And that's very important, because this does not, when you're in an incognito browser, if you're on Google Chrome, or if you're in Safari and you do an incognito window or a private window, that just means it's not holding on to the person's information. So it's not going to auto-populate their credit card next time I do it. It's not going to auto-populate their name, anything like that. Like, it's none of that information is saved. So when you go in, and then this is just like they were shopping if they were to get the link at home. So you can click shop to support. You can also see where all this information now is populated. It was like 10% of your purchase and who it's going to, our event details. This was where it says the message from my host that we put in there. Again, that's all editable. When you scroll down, you can see the 90-point wines. These change, these featured categories change, and frequently asked questions typically don't. But you can, most people just go and start shopping here, or you can shop up here. You can do some like test orders so you can see what pricing is and all that stuff as well. You won't get charged for anything until you get to the very end after you put in your credit card, but you can start to see building your cart. So for instance, let's just go over to the best sellers. We do have a wine sale going on too. So I don't know if you saw that there is a wine sale that's happening right now. So it's a really good time to start sharing wine. But let's just add this cart, the starter sip bundle, into the cart. So once you hit 6 bottles of wine in your cart, there is a gift, like a purchase with purchase. But you can unlock these 3 wines, which is the Her Story Wine Trio Collection for the month of March for $50 instead of $100. So if you want to add that to the cart, you can definitely do that too. Every month there is a purchase with purchase, and it populates when you hit 6 bottles of wine. If you put 12 bottles of wine in there too, the little pop-up will come on. I'm just going to clear that out of the way. In the upper right-hand corner, the upper right-hand corner is the little cart, the little shopping bag, and you can see this information right here. It's kind of small. Joining the wine club, if they want to subscribe and save, they'll save 10% off 6 bottles of wine and 20% off 12 bottles of wine. So if they want to do that, and then they get to select their frequency. So let's say they want this to ship every month, every 2 months, or every 3 months, whatever they want, you can put it in there. We're going to say every 3 months, just so you can see it. And then once, oh, there we go. I was gonna say, then once it connects, you can see it was 6 bottles of wine, so they saved the 10%. So it's right here, 10%. One-time purchase wine club membership fee. Basically, I kind of equate that to being like what they would normally pay for shipping is $20, but they're getting shipping for free with wine club. And then moving forward, there's no other fees that they have to pay for that. If you want to add this to the cart, you can. Just make sure your customers read their cart. Estimated tax, shipping would be free. Estimated tax is calculated in checkout. And then you can go to the checkout page and walk through there. Let's see what happens when we take you to checkout. It's pretty self-explanatory, so you shouldn't get hung up on anything here. This is also where people can choose your cause of choice, put in their own cause of choice. Oh, I guess we're not going to walk through this because you have to log into your account. So if you're a CE, log in here. If you have a customer account, log into your customer's account. But if you already have customers, I'll show you how to place an order for them too, because if you already have customers that have already ordered with you, you can do that through the back office by just finding them and going to place an order, and then it'll just go in. So you'll have all their information and go boom, 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 and then you can place the order for them. Otherwise, I can log in, continue with their Facebook login or the Google login. That's for anybody that has Gmail, and you'll see the information here. So that is pretty much like how you place an event order. It's pretty easy. If you are earning right now for the Napa incentive, you may want to, be like, oh, hey, I want to put enough on this order and this event. And then maybe you want to open a new event and put some more orders in that one so you can double down on some points. I'm probably not supposed to say that, but I'm telling you how to work the system. And let's see what else is back here. So that's pretty much all about events. There's also a way that if you're doing a virtual fundraiser and that link is open for 90 days, you're going to receive host rewards, but there's no wine kit involved with that one at all. And that's good for if you're doing something with like a nonprofit and they want to put something on their website for like 90 days, they can do that, or change it, or they're going to be sharing that information. A lot of time I try to get people to like host a wine tasting because that's really where your bread and butter is with this business. It totally is. It's like hosting a wine tasting is where you're going to find other people who want to host a wine tasting. You get people to try the wine. When they try the wine, they like the wine, they buy the wine, they repeat buy the wine. So it's really beneficial to host a wine tasting. And once you get people who like it, then they're like, oh, hey, Tracy, can you order me, 6 bottles of that red blend? Or, oh, I have a brunch coming up. Can I get, a case of mixed different sparklings? You just pick them and put them in there and send them to me. So you'll get customers like that too. So back to your back office, there is the place. So once you start having orders, you'll see your orders on here. Contacts, those are your contacts who have already ordered from you. You can also upload people into the system. I mean, it's up to you. If you want to do that, you can. I only put people in here that have actually ordered from me. OneHope does send some marketing emails out to people. No idea if it ends up in their spam. And we have no idea if that person actually unsubscribes from an email or not. If someone's a customer, they will get the emails. We don't know if they subscribe or unsubscribe. So it's always good to reach out to your customers too on your own and just be like, hey, it's Tracy. Just want to check in with you. Like, how is your wine? Let me know if I can help you with anything. And then also, like, when we have sales, like, reach out to your customers to let them know, like, hey, we're having a wine sale. Can I get anything ordered from you or for you? Or, hey, it's the holidays coming up. Do you want to do some custom gifting? That kind of stuff. There is a way under the contacts tab to download all your customers that are in your system as well. So you could like bring them in, put them into an email system and email them out. Calendar and events. So this is for OneHope Corporate, and it kind of shows the whole, everything that's kind of happening in everything within OneHope. So it's a great little place. This tells you the Heart of Napa incentive. So click on here, learn about all this stuff. We're at day 43 of 91. So we have a little bit of time to earn this, and it's totally doable to earn this in this next 6 weeks because it ends April 30th. Host promotion. So also if somebody is hosting right now, hosts will be able to earn a free 4-pack of wine for when their tasting reaches $500 plus in sales. So when that tasting reaches that qualified tasting of the $500 plus those 3 orders, the host will earn that free 4-pack of wine. So that's really good to share with your hosts too. Join kit, the March purchase with purchase, and then there's the getting started Zooms. So, you can go back and reference these. This also talks about the March customer sale. So if we have any promotions, this information will be on here as well. There's also little workshops coming up in different areas. So if you're interested or you have Peak friends that might be interested, that's really cool too. You can send them to these events. If you just joined, you also have the opportunity to, I think you have 3 $50 vouchers in your kit that you can extend to somebody. So if they want to join, they get that $50, they can apply that $50 voucher to their join kit. And then when you join, you really want to work for your rock star, because honestly, like, that's where the money and stuff comes in, is with your rock star kit. And your rock star, and let me see, do I have it up? Fast start. So within the fast start program, so it's based on booking, selling, and sponsoring, and that's kind of a whole direct sales model. So whatever you're doing with anything, the more you book, the more you sell, and the more people you get to join your team, the better incentives are for you. So first, just with sales commission only, like, this is not recruiting or anything. This is purely just sales. If you hit $500 in sales, you get the Rockstar 6-pack of wine, which is this right here. And then the second 500 in sales, which would be $1,000. So that's 500, that's 1,000. You would earn this cute little wine craft. $1,500 in sales, you earn this event tote bag. And $2,000 in sales, you earn this little, it's a nice size little charcuterie. It's a marble charcuterie little putter. It's super cute. Those are just fun little things because everybody loves fun little swag stuff, right? So if you're going to sponsor people, if your new CE comes on board and they get $500 in sales, then you'll earn $150. So that's pretty cool. And you can do that multiple times. You can have like 3 or 4 new CEs, and if they get to $500 in sales, which also means they earn their rock star, then you're gonna get the $150 for each one of them. Plus, they're gonna get their 6-pack of free wine. This is in the index, so you can download the sheet and kind of keep track. There's certain things that I do think that it's valuable to print, and it's valuable to have like written down so you can be like, boom, I'm on this, I'm on this. Like it just kind of keeps us more on track sometimes. If you are promoting, and when we say promoting, that means you're bringing on team members onto your team. So when you get a team member on your team and you qualify and they qualify that month. So when you qualify personally, so when you personally qualify, that means you have to hit a minimum of $300 in PCV, which is roughly right around $500 in retail. It'll show you where you're at in PCV in your back office. I'll show you that when we go back to the main page back there. That can be kind of tricky sometimes. So just always look at your PCV to see where you're at, because you don't want to miss out on, earning, a $50 bonus or $1,000 bonus. Like if you get really close, like you don't want to miss out on that. But that's what all of us who are mentors are here to help you with. And if for some reason we're not available, there is the home office staff, and it has your, who your resource guide is on your back page too, so you can always reach out to them at the corporate office. Plus you get some other cute little swag for being part of One Hope, and hitting these different levels. So along with earning too, we also have, you can earn a trip to Napa. So right now is the Heart of Napa incentive from February 1st to April 30th. So what you earn is level 1, a shimmer duo that says best friends on it, because that's super cute. So that's an exclusive one that you can only get by earning this. Level 2, when you hit 1,500 points, is a 3-day, 2-night stay for 2 with unlimited wine at the Estate 8 in Napa Valley. So our estate is located on the main wine trail, Highway 29, going out of Napa through Yountville, right up at the Rutherford border is right there is where our estate is. It's absolutely stunning. It's a magical place. When you go there, it's like, if you've never been to Napa, you're just kind of transported to a different world. I want you to earn this because it's just so fun to go there. You can't stay at this estate any other time. You have to earn it, or you have to be at a certain level of leadership, and then you get invited there for trainings and stuff. But super, super magical place. We can, as cause entrepreneurs, go to the winery and go wine tasting. We have to pay for it like other people, but that's why we joined the wine club too. So we get, I just got my voucher for it. So I'm planning a trip sometime up there because I have some friends that live up in the Bay Area. So in order to earn points, it's all broken down right here. You can close a qualified event, you get 100 points. Achieve Rockstar. So for those of you in Fast Start, you can really get points fast because this is all you. Achieve Rockstar, first time promote to LCE, first time promote to SE, first time promote, any of these first time promotions, that's all of you in Fast Start, because I've already promoted past these links, so it's not for me, it's for you. So mentor points, this is where it comes in when you become the mentor for somebody and you can earn points. So this is where I would earn points off of you hitting different levels as well. So I help, you achieve Rockstar, I earn 250 points. I help you, receive LCE, I earn 125 points, so that's always just something fun too. Different rules and regulations on here too. Please read that. And then of course, level 3, you get an exclusive state-of-the-art dinner at One Hope Winery too. So Chef Esteban is preparing something special for you. Let's see, I'm trying to go back here. Credits. Over here on the credits, it'll say if you have any wine tasting credits, I have 2. It'll let you know when they expire. So you just have to attach them to an event, and then you can do the event so they can so they will link to that event. So your event credits will be here. You can always see what's available, what's been redeemed, what's expired. As soon as you link them to an event, you don't have to redeem them right away, but you'd have to redeem them before the event. So for instance, I did have all these redeemed because I was just like one fell swoop, I earned them, and then I booked a bunch of wine tastings after that. So that was great. When you get to where you need to look at your reports, once you're logged in as a CE, you can go back into your report section. This kind of tells you kind of a little everything that's going on with what's happening now. It'll tell you your fast start. So this is where your fast start, your personal like fast start online tracker is, and also your Heart of Napa tracker. It'll be there. When you have a team, your team information will be here. And then your commissions, which I can get back to, and then your commissions will be right here. So you can always reference the comp plan so you can see what your commissions are, what your payout structure is, and all that. And if you don't have that link, that is in the resource center. So you can go right here to the resource center and find all the information that you probably ever need in here. I personally love the index. So just scroll down here to the bottom and go to index. And this index pretty much has everything that you need in it. And it's all a PDF format. So that's where I got the Heart of Napa tracker and also where I got the fast start information. But you can see in here the calendar of events, the current CE incentives, current promotions. This is literally like your best place to go to see kind of what's going on. If you're a Facebook user, we have a Facebook team called Team Zenit to Win It. I think it's called Team Zenit on Facebook. I'll send you a link to that. If you don't have Facebook, that's totally fine too. I do post a lot of stuff in there, and it's kind of where like I update stuff. There's also a Facebook page called CE Image Sharing. So if we go into Facebook, I'll show you these groups right now so you can look them all. So I do Teams in It to Win It is my personal team page. CE Image Sharing is run by me. I'm the admin for it. I also there's other CEs that contribute stuff to the page. Anybody's welcome to contribute information and stuff on the page. There's, I haven't updated it for a while. I'm going to jump in and do some updates on there too. But anything that's probably posted in this last year, last 6 to 8 months is probably relevant. So look at that. Make sure you always just look at the date when you get in there. And then the One Hope community, that's, run by the corporate office. So they're always sharing what is, up to date and, shout outs and stuff on there too. So definitely look, One Hope community, CE Image Sharing, and then Teams in It to Win It. I do have my own personal Facebook page. I do link it to my Instagram. So anything that's posted on my Instagram account is automatically linked on my business Facebook page. So it's good to have. You don't have to have one, just wait and see what happens with your world. Like, you may just want to concentrate on literally concentrate on getting some hosts and doing some wine tastings first before you would have to worry about diving into like all the social media and stuff as well. You can do social media, you can promote it on social media, you can do local events, you can do all that kind of stuff. Events are great locally because even if you're just there and you have a booth and you're not sharing wine, because there's some instances where you can't pour wine due to compliance reasons. But it's great that you're there and you have the bottles and you have a display and people know your information, and then that way people can be like, oh yeah, I'd like to host a wine tasting, or tell me more about that. You just get the word out and people link you with the wine brand. So that's pretty much what is happening with One Hope. And this is I went back to the home because this is where you can see what your PCV is. Oh, that's my cause of choice. Where did it go with my PCV? Well, let's see, maybe not then. Okay. I think they changed this now. Let's see. So over here on the right this is who your direct mentor is. This is who your care team is. You can start a chat, submit a support ticket. That's always the best place to go if you have a question, and then training courses, get learning on there. That is really funny because I don't know where it says your PCV. Well, maybe I don't have any PCV. Although I'm sure I do, because I know I've had some orders. So, anyway, I guess I'll figure that out. But up here underneath your name, this is your link. So remember it said when you were setting up your page, like do your link. So my link was Wine with Tracy because I started this a long time ago. This is my 10th year with One Hope. So I started Wine with Tracy a whole long time ago. And when I started, we had to have a special link if you were doing a half case and another special link if you were doing a full case of wine. So we've come a long way. But just so you know, people can shop through here and then they can also find your events through this page. So once people go to your personal page, you'll see this is what it looks like when it pops up. My internet is really slow. And you get to customize all this. You can change your photo up here. You can change your profile photo, which clearly I haven't. You can write a little blurb on here. You can also put your contact information on here if you want. And then if people are going to shop, they can shop with you. See what happens when we press that. It takes them into shopping. Sorry, my dog is over here and she's like, give me a treat. And then you see it just takes them into shopping. And then when they go to the checkout, oh, so now you can see, let me do this now. Sorry. I'm going to add this to my cart because I'm a wine club member. Oh, look, I already have a whole bunch of items in my cart. Because I'm a wine club member and we have a sale going on, I've added some options to my cart. So you can see a $65 bottle of Cabernet is now $58.50 because that's not on the wine sale. There's the Petite Syrah. These were we had a wine sale a couple weeks ago. So that's why those were in there and I didn't order them. I was just doing a sample order for a friend. So hold on, let me add this to the cart. You see its wine club price is $162. Let me click on here. Oops, sorry. So my order qualifies for free shipping because I'm a wine club member. So anything over $99 qualifies for free shipping. So I'm saving 10% on this wine. If I wanted to add this, I could, but I'm not going to. If you're going to use a promo card, gift card, or rewards, you just click this little button and this little pop-up will come up. And then you can add. So I have $708 in reward points because I've hosted my own wine tastings and because I've bought wine. So that's how you earn that. Anybody who's a customer earns 5% back in rewards. So you want them to register. So in case people are like, oh, I'll just check out as a guest, then just let them know they might be missing out on $7, $20, $50 worth of wine rewards, depending on what they're doing. So, and then when you check out, it'll ask you if you are sending this to you or if you're sending it as a gift. If you're sending it as a gift, it will text message the person right away and let them know that someone's sending them a gift, because you put in their information for the information, so they know that it's coming because that's who they are going to text. FedEx and One Hope will text them to be like, hey, your wine's on the way. So just know that. But anyway, that's kind of what the summary page looks like. So I'm not sending a gift. So I'm going to say next, and you can see where it's going to be shipped to, and then it's free. And the shipping updates and all that fun stuff. And then it's going to go into your credit card information, etc. So that is pretty much the whole entire One Hope system. If you want to get out of this, you can just go back over to back out of here, back out. Shopping. When you are shopping and you want to see the sale, I always recommend going in to see what's on sale and then sharing this link. So you see here up at the top too on the URL bar, it'll say sale and it'll say $dealer equals 813548. That's my direct link. So if I want to share this sale page, like on Instagram, if I was going to say, hey, click this link to shop, this would be the link that I would want to copy and paste into Instagram or into an email or anything like that to be like, hey, we have a wine sale, shop this wine sale, and here's the information on the wine. I don't know why it's only giving me 3 things of wine, because there's a lot more. Oh, here we go. I must have had something funky checked. Let's see. Well, you can see all the items that are here. Any of these images you are able to use on your Instagram, on your personal marketing, anything like that. I do recommend that you refer to yourself as a cause entrepreneur with One Hope. You'll hear some stuff people are saying they're a wine entrepreneur, which is cute. It's something that's going on social media. Personally, I like to keep things straight the way that they are, because if one of your friends comes to One Hope and they check out, but they didn't have your link, and during the checkout process, it says, were you shopping with a cause entrepreneur? Or it might say, oh, I think it says cause entrepreneur or a CE. And they're like, no, they're a wine entrepreneur. You never use that term, cause entrepreneur. Then just click, they might not put your name in there. So just know that information. So that's just how they can link it. Like, use the verbiage that's on the website, so it's all consistent in the marketing and branding that you're doing for yourself. That's links back to the company. That's pretty much the nitty-gritty of it. And I hope that this helps. And if you have any questions, please feel free to just give me a call. We can jump on a Zoom. We can, you can text me any of that stuff, and I will get all the information, help you with any information. Okay. So thank you. I look forward to seeing what impact you make, and also, look forward to helping to share the cause that you're making an impact for, because that's what we're here. Like, so far we've done over $10 million in impact by just wine. Like, who knew wine could be so impactful, right? So cheers. I hope you have a great day.